Imagine losing your mentor and godfather, and then just 2 years later, your father. It would be devastating for anyone, but Charles Leclerc has gone through such brutal reality, and yet he has come out stronger. He is now one of the fastest and best drivers on the grid, and a true inspiration. But this year, Leclerc has struggled massively. He has made several mistakes and his race results have suffered. He is currently in 7th place in the Drivers' Championship and clearly out of title contention for 2023. Can he turn things around and bring back the title to Maranello? Leclerc has retired from 2 races this year, and he has finished outside the top 5 in 4 others. He has made several mistakes over the years and has been criticized for his aggressive driving style. Some experts believe that Leclerc is still adjusting to the new Ferrari car. Others believe that he is simply under too much pressure to perform. Despite being one of the fastest drivers of his generation, Charles Leclerc has struggled to achieve his full potential at Ferrari. After 5 years with the team, he has yet to win a Drivers' Championship. To understand why, we must first understand his journey so far and the problems he is experiencing. We're just getting started, so don't go anywhere. Stick around until the end of the video. Charles Leclerc was born on October 16, 1997, in Monaco. He grew up in the Principality of Monaco, which is a small city-state located on the French Riviera. Leclerc's father, Hervé Leclerc, was a karting champion, and his uncle, Didier Pironi, was a Formula One driver. Leclerc's family has a long history of racing, and he was exposed to the sport from a young age. Leclerc began his karting career at the age of 8. He quickly showed his talent, and he won several karting championships. In 2014, Leclerc moved up to Formula Renault and finished 2nd in the championship. This is when he had his first major blow. Jules Bianchi was Leclerc's godfather and were close friends. The two men grew up together in Monaco. They raced against each other in karting, and Bianchi was a mentor to Leclerc as he made his way up the racing ladder. In 2014, Bianchi suffered a serious head injury in a crash at the Japanese Grand Prix. He died from his injuries 9 months later. Leclerc was devastated by Bianchi's death. Bianchi's death was a tragedy, but Leclerc has vowed to continue racing in his friend's memory. In 2015, Leclerc partook in the FIA Formula 3 European Championship and finished 4th. In 2016, Leclerc moved up to GP3, now Formula 3. He won the championship in his 2nd season, and the following year in 2017 won the F2 championship with 7 races. Charles Leclerc's father, Hervé Leclerc, died in 2017 after a long battle with cancer. He was 54 years old. Charles was very close to his father, and his death was a huge loss for him. Hervé was a big supporter of Charles's racing career and was always there to cheer him on. His ruthless speed and determination earned him a seat in Formula One with the Sauber team in 2018. Leclerc moved to Ferrari in 2019, and he became the youngest driver to start a race for the team. Leclerc, a young driver who had just joined the team from Sauber, immediately impressed, scoring a pole position and a podium in his first 4 races. Vettel, who had been with Ferrari since 2015 and was a 4-time world champion, was struggling with the car and was often outperformed by Leclerc. By the end of the season, Leclerc had won 2 races and finished 3rd in the Drivers' Championship, while Vettel had only won 1 race and finished 5th. Leclerc's performances had put him in contention. To replace Vettel as Ferrari's #1 driver for 2020, Leclerc won 2 races and finished 3rd in the Drivers' Championship, while Vettel won 1 race and finished 5th. Leclerc outscored Vettel 264 to 240, and it was clear that Leclerc was the future of Ferrari, and the German driver was eventually replaced by Carlos Sainz from 2021. Leclerc is a talented driver, but he has made some mistakes in recent years. 2019 Monaco Grand Prix, Leclerc crashed into the barrier at the Rascasse corner during qualifying, damaging his car and preventing him from setting a time. Leclerc made some bold overtakes in the opening laps of the race, moving up several positions. However, he misjudged the corner while trying to overtake Nico Hülkenberg and damaged his right rear tire. Furious with himself, Leclerc drove the car too fast back to the pits, further damaging the car. He was forced to retire from the race. This incident showed Leclerc's competitive nature and his willingness to take risks. However, it also showed that he sometimes needs to control his emotions. Charles Leclerc was on course to set a very fast lap during qualifying for the 2019 Azerbaijan Grand Prix when he made a mistake at the end of the long straight and crashed into the barrier. He locked up his front tires and spun out, ending his lap and costing him a chance at pole position. Here are some key mistakes by Charles Leclerc over the past few seasons. Charles Leclerc is one of the most talented drivers on the Formula One grid. He has shown flashes of brilliance throughout his career, and he is widely seen as a future world champion. However, Leclerc also has a problem with perfection. I mean, real perfection. He is so driven to succeed that he sometimes puts too much pressure on himself, which can lead to mistakes. This was evident in the 2022 season. Leclerc started the season strongly, winning 2 races in the first 3. However, he then made a series of mistakes, which cost him valuable points in the championship. Leclerc is still a very young driver, and he has plenty of time to learn from his mistakes. However, if he wants to become a world champion, he will need to learn to relax and not put so much pressure on himself. He needs to remember that even the best drivers make mistakes, and that it is important to learn from them and move on. What do you think? Comment below